Hoping this finds you well tonight. I am Redbeard. You can just call me Red for short. The spiritual plug emoji that is. This is my first video. This is my brand new YouTube channel on spiritual awakening, spiritual enlightenment. This first video will be actually also on what the channel subject matter is. I always encourage people to take notes. I know that might sound funny, but if something's important to you, you should prioritize it. You should take some notes. There's a notepad in your phone. Use that. Alright, so today we're talking about spiritual awakening. Hello, I woke up about a year ago, well, a little over a year ago now, a little bit after the Great Eclipse, the Great American Eclipse. Firstly, I had like 10 transits in my chart. I had a lot of like personal stuff going on in my life. Really wondering what was next for me, So I don't know really what caused my Kundalini awakening, my Merkaba activation, my dark night of the soul. There's so many terms, and these things get thrown around so loosely, and it takes the value out of them. It's almost like saying a prayer over and over and over again. Sometimes it takes the value out of it if you don't remember what you're saying, why you're saying it. Well, yeah, hello, how are we? Welcome, all that good stuff. Sometimes you have to watch etymology because it gets you in trouble. Some people be like, don't say hello to me, I don't like to be addressed that way. But today we are on the Spiritual Plugs channel, and I don't like to have to be censored, besides in the ethical and moral ways that we should already censor ourselves as conscious people, Well, so today, spiritual awakening. You're not alone. There's a bunch of us. We don't all like each other either. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm a redheaded stepchild, so I've just always been used to that, But a lot of us are black sheep. Don't worry about that. If you're an outcast or a loner, welcome. You are much more welcome than the people that probably chastise you and try to keep you down and try to make sure you have a bad day when you're just trying to have a good one. And that's okay, because that's their prerogative. And everybody has a purpose, even if it is to create chaos or havoc or drain your energy or take away the good part of your day. Some people, that's all they have in their day is to do that. So that's just what it is. We at the end of the day can only control ourselves, and really control is pretty, that's kind of a loose thing. We really can't control anything, and understanding that we just have to flow with things is another part of awakening. That it may not be right there in the open or right there in the front of your mind, but you'll understand that no longer are you going to be like petulant about things. You're not going to be caught up on, hey, what do you want to eat? You know what you want to eat, but you're really not tripping. It's going to make you a lot more non-combative. Just because to go to put more energy in something that is worth it is it's not worth it. Put more energy in something that is worth it is not worth it. So if you're a believer, today I want you to know that you're infinite. You're never going to die. However you believe, even if you're a Christian, which I guess that's what people would mark me as a Christian, and that's okay with me. I don't mind suffering Christ daily. His sacrifice was the ultimate sacrifice to keep us from the calamities that we always bring upon ourselves. Even though we act like, just because we cannot see this spirit, we act like it's not real, but we breathe air all the time. Oh, but you can wave it around, but that doesn't matter, But the spirit's real, and just like I said a second ago, if you are here today, you are awake, you have received your spirit, and congratulations. It is a wonderful feeling to be among God's elect. When I say God, I don't mean a misogynistic, only the Father, because there is no creation without the mother. So many things are be skewed about that. We're going to go a lot into all of that good stuff on this channel. But Mother Nature, Father Time, those are the type of things. That's the world we live in. The more that we try to make things myth and nonsensical and non-logical, illogical, whatever you want to call it, the things that we're dealing with don't always make sense. Most of the time, really, they don't make sense, Um, but that's really how you know sometimes that you're on the right path. Just because all the breadcrumbs that everyone else is following, when you know they're not for you, they're just not for you. Your truth is your truth. My truth is my truth. Your relationship with God, the Most High, the universe, whatever you call it, is your personal thing. And it is only up to you to maintain it. It's only up to you to grow it. It's only up to you to mature it. It's only up to you to care about it. And caring about it and doing the things that are necessary for you to say that this is something you care about. You have to walk what you talk, which is really hard. Everybody has a problem with that, me included. Me included 1,000%. Yes, hello, I am red. I am a sinner, definitely. I fall short all the time, and we all do. Romans 10:10, for all have fallen short of the glory of God. So also it's like an equalizer. Nobody's better than anybody else. The guy down the street that drinks too much coffee is just as bad as you, no matter what you did. He has a problem. Anything done in excess is a problem, pretty much. And which doesn't necessarily always ring true, but it's a good rule of thumb just to think about if I'm doing it too much, or if it's becoming where it's the only thing that my mind has to think about. It's probably too much of a pattern in your life that you're creating, and not one that you're created to deal with, and that's why you have problems. Everyday, day-to-day things are not going to get any easier because you've woken up. You probably realize that a lot of things seem like they were so much harder, but it's just because the closer that you get to the light is the more the darkness wants you. But understand that we come from the darkness and the light. You cannot have large branches without deep roots, and those roots are in the dark in the ground. Or dark night of the soul, or whatever you want to call it. See, all these terms and things are what I feel like I've been waiting on. You ever thought you've been waiting on something like, was that something like this? This is like an opportunity for me to share my opinion, for one, but my opinion on something that matters to me enough to be wrong if I have to be wrong for it to be right. And I really mean that. We are all students, we are all servants, but this is a role that I feel is more of a teacher or a guru, whatever you would want to call that. It's not really nothing about that because that makes it so egotistical these days. But it's like my heart mission and the thing that really makes me feel good is to feel like others are doing good for them. And the better that everybody does is the more that they will be able to look away from just the darkness and only see that. The more that you can just put a little joy in somebody's day is the more that you'll get a little joy put back in your day, and that just makes every day better. Love is all there is. Love is all we have. And Yeshua, Jesus Christ, Nazareth, whatever you want to call him, he was somebody that came as an example, and that example maybe has been around, but that example, the last time that we saw that example was in Jesus. And after his death and the circumstances that surround that, whether you believe this was a person or not, or all of that good stuff, that's neither here nor there on this channel. This is just about the good stuff. And everything about spiritual awakening isn't good. It's not all gumdrops and teddy bears and rainbows and all that. No, it's not. Unicorns are probably these nasty, disfigured, narwhal-looking things, and we're just, we got it all twisted. But, or some rhino-looking thing. But in general, it's a wonderful thing to be counted among God's elect. It is a wonderful thing to be alive, truly living, and not just walking around wondering. Wondering. What are we wondering about? That's what we're here to talk about. You're not alone. Um, you're wonderful. You're special. And the Most High, the universe, God, they love you. And they want you to do the absolute best for you that you can do. And not be afraid. Not be afraid. Have faith. Well, thank you for joining me for my first video. I hope it wasn't too bad. I will probably be changing venues a little bit. Probably at my little smoke shop, my 9 to 5, still in the system. But we're all going to make it out of here, okay? Thank you so much. Do some good stuff today for somebody else, just for no reason. And thank you. Come back and see me next time, alright? Just do the like and subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Turn your notifications on. And I'll see you next time.